We're oh yeah.
All right. Good evening for us. This
Er,
is season 2 of the Three Coles podcast. We are actually back. It is currently Monday, September 4th, Labor Day. So shout out to all the unions and whatever. I really don't know why we celebrate Labor Day, bro. But um
oh
we're
fuck.
back. We're gonna make this a weekly thing now. We're committing to it. So
Hopefully,
hold
hopefully.
us accountable in the YouTube comments,
I'm
please.
back.
Um, so I guess we'll just start off our first topic of the day. Of course, we have to talk about college ball. Week 1 just happened. Lots of big things are out now. The USC Trojans are 2-0, baby. Fight on. But I think the biggest story of the sport is obviously, and I know we haven't posted, but if you ask any of the guys, I am been on the hype train. I said they were going to be good. I have a bet down that they get at least 6 wins. So I'm there. Colorado, baby. Prime. They just beat TCU 45-42. Like, boys, can Colorado win the Pac-12 this year?
Wait, hold on. When were you on the Colorado bandwagon?
I was on.
I'm trying to figure out.
I watched the interview that Joel Klatt did with Prime, and I watched the whole thing. And like, I heard him speak, and I was like, "There's no way! Like, he's him." Prime is the type of coach that you run through a brick wall for. Like, if you're a top corner or a top receiving prospect, you would sign there over a lot of other schools just because of Prime. And
Okay.
I heard
Okay,
him
I can get down
speak.
with that.
He was talking about the culture change. There was like a story about how they were playing speakers in the locker room, and Prime said, like, if you ever play this again when I'm here, you and me will not see each other in life again. He's about that. And he brought in, I mean, he brought in 50 some odd recruits, right? Like, they basically have a brand new team. It's like the highest ever in college football history. So yes, I think Prime probably wins at least 7 games this year. I've been on the train. They're off to a hot start, and I think they win again this week against another new head coach. So
I
boys,
like. I
how do
like.
we
I mean,
feel about them?
I think they win this week too. I mean, they play Nebraska. Um, I don't know, bro. The first phone call I got yesterday was from my dad and goes, anyone that didn't believe Sanders is an NFL quarterback is wrong. He's gonna go play in the NFL.
He's
I
a
mean,
dog.
I think he proved. I think he shut up a lot of people now to go out. I think it would have been. I think he would have felt a lot less stressed if he would have went out and won. And he threw for 340 yards. Now he threw for
Mhm.
510 yards. So what's the expectation for every game? Like, is he a 400 yard per game type of guy, or is he a 300 yard, 200 yard when the running? Because I think they're gonna have to figure out how to run the ball. Because right now their run game, they're kind of looking like what the Bills are like, where Josh Allen has to kind of be a runner. They don't really have a run game. So now they're just throwing. Now are they going to throw the ball? Is that their identity? Now they're going to throw the ball 40 times a game or 50 times a game. And then also as the season starts to go, it's like anything. Can Travis Hunter play that many snaps a
Real.
game? And I don't think he can. I think he plays. I think towards the end of the year, I think you start to see him play a lot more offense than the defensive side. I think you do.
Offense, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Yeah. So your question was, can Colorado win the Pac-12? If I'm answering your question, no, absolutely not.
Okay.
But
Because we're a top 2 conference in the Power 5 now.
Pac-12 is stacked. But yeah, to answer your question, no. But Colorado did impress. I didn't know what to expect. I was on their bandwagon too, but I still didn't expect this type of performance out of Colorado. Um, their weapons are some of the best in the nation, right, Cole? Like Jimmy Horn, Travis Hunter, Dylan Edwards.
I mean, that kid, the freshman kid, Dylan Edwards, is
Dude,
amazing. Bro.
like they have some of the best weapons in the whole country, but the question mark is their interior, their line, right? They don't have the
Yeah.
big boys yet. They don't have the O line, D line, and to win football games, especially against UW, Oregon, USC, even Oregon State, impressed. You need to have a line because your quarterback's gonna get sacked. Even though Shador and that OC was great, he called a great game, getting
Oh,
the
great
ball out
game.
of Shador's hands so quickly. But even on defense, you got to be able to stop the run. TCU didn't run the ball um, as much as they should have. If they did, I think they would have won the football game because
Yeah.
Colorado's D line is lacking size. They
Yeah.
made some good plays. They have transfers, but it's not there yet. What's there is Prime, one of the best coaching staffs in all of college football, and some of the best skill position players in all of college football. So, having said that, I think they win, like Spencer said, 7 or 8 games. I
Yeah.
think that's even high, but
I mean, I think they're a bowl game team this year.
they're a bowl team, but I
100%.
still think I didn't even mention Utah. My bad, Cole. Utah, Oregon, UW, SC are still ahead of Colorado at this moment.
Oregon State's there too.
I think, yep,
Yeah.
Oregon State's there too. DJ really
I
impressed.
mean, I think the thing with Colorado that, like Cole said, is when they go play, and this is my eyes, when they go play the best front seven that they're going to see probably all year in the Pac-12, when they go play Utah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said that's going to be. I said, and I mean,
They're real.
skill wise, they're a lot better than us. They are. I mean, Travis Hunter, in my eyes, if you're talking about an MVP of college football and who brings the most to his team, he should, like Prime said, I agree with that. He should
No
win the Heisman right
question.
now.
No
He should win the
question.
Heisman right now. I mean,
He's a
granted,
dog.
I hate to see it. It's a quarterback one award lately.
Shador's up there. Caleb's
But
up there
yeah,
still. Yeah.
they're gonna run into a problem when they face adversity with a team that can just ground and pound.
I
And
think,
Cole,
yeah,
sorry, let me go.
go ahead.
I think to answer your point, Utah held Florida like 18 yards on the ground, 11.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the most impressive thing to me. Like even as a Trojan fan, like I'm gonna be honest, like that's something that I'm concerned about having to play them because I mean if you can hold a team to that low and they have to throw, you put yourself in a great spot, even if you don't have Cam, although you guys should have Cam back. I mean, I don't think that's gonna be a problem when we play you guys in October. But yeah, I mean, they're right there, dude.
I think you guys segue perfectly to the Utah game. Cole, you were at the Utah game. They were without, I believe, 2 or 3 key starters.
They were
Talk
out.
to me about how they looked against Florida and what do you expect out of them in the Pac-12 this year?
Dude, they probably have, just even watching this game Saturday. I know games are a lot different live and then on TV, but I think Utah's gonna have the best 1-2 punch at quarterbacks because when Cam comes back, they'll save Cam and he'll be more of a thrower. You won't see him as much as a read option guy, but then we'll bring in our freshman Nate Johnson that runs a legit 4.3 as a quarterback. He's probably one of the fastest kids in America. But size wise, I mean, dude, Utah they go out there and they look like and this goes back to the point when all the teams were changing conferences. I thought Utah was going to try to get into the SC because that's their brand of football. Powerful, run the ball, short passes. They went out there and they looked bigger than Florida.
Nice.
And that's just saying something. They looked bigger. They looked bigger than Florida. And then they controlled. I mean, even though the game finished 24-11, I mean, it's 2 touchdowns. The game was a blowout. It was not like no one was ever worried that Florida was even going to win because Utah was just that much more dominant. I mean, there were a couple of drives where they didn't score, where they missed by an inch. They missed a double pass for a touchdown that the guy just put it too far in front of them. They got a flag called back on a big play. But no, Utah, I think from what I saw the first week, even me being a Utah fan, I don't think they're the favorite as much as I want to put them the favorite to win the Pac-12. I think after the whole Saturday and watching USC play, I think the favorite to win the Pac-12 should be Washington. They deserve all the respect. Michael Penix went out, and I think from how he's playing against who they played against and stuff like that, I mean, and things. I mean, they went out and played Boise State, who was a 14-point. I mean, they were only 14-point favorite, and they blew them out of the water. I think Michael Penix, the way he played, I think he's giving. I mean, there's nothing to take away from Caleb Williams, but I think he's giving Caleb Williams a run for his money as who's going to be the best, who's going to be the first team all quarterback player.
Right.
I do think one last thing about the Pac-12 conference is I do say this, and I'll say it proudly: Washington has the best receiving core in the country.
You can't. That's hard to say not to, but they have two 1,000 returning 1,000-yard receivers at Washington. But I want to go back to Utah. Utah lost this year in a heartbreaker, right, to Florida, right?
Yeah.
They lost last year. And now going into this year, they're without their starting quarterback. I believe, did they had Keith?
We had Keith. Keith played, but he didn't really. Yeah, he's not 100% yet.
Right, and I think you're missing a couple defensive starters.
We're missing our best defensive end.
Yeah, to go out and to win that game 24-11 pretty dominantly. That says a lot about a Utah team. The Pac-12, you're looking at UW, Oregon, SC, Colorado, right? All flashy teams. All flashy. Utah, not flashy whatsoever. They're going to go kind of hidden, like, until they kind of face these teams. No one's going to be talking about them because they're boring. Their defense, they're running. They're not flashy, even though they could be, and they can put up a lot of points with Cam Rising. But I think Utah, I want to say Utah is my favorite right now, just because you just look at the media and they're craving over these teams with like all these weapons. But when it comes down to it, you got to win in the trenches. Utah
100%.
has these big
Total
guys.
Facts.
And
Total facts.
They are proven to win these big games. They beat SC in the Pac-12 championship back-to-back years. They play big games. They play well in big games. So I think Utah for me, is a team to beat. I mean, they are the defending Pac-12 champions. But the teams behind them they're not far off. Spence, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Pac-12 might be more competitive than it was last year. I definitely think they'll send a team to the playoffs. I think the hard thing about USC though now is we haven't really played anyone that's can honestly challenge us. I think we'll have to see how things play off in the next couple weeks. Offensively, skill-wise, we look good. Obviously, there's some things to touch up with the cornerbacks, but we did get a lot of transfers, so it should take some time for that to kind of gel in. But I still think Utah and USC will probably be the last two teams standing. I think the hardest thing is that Caleb is. I mean, I know we've had some other good QBs, but Caleb to me is just so special that it's hard to count them out.
Facts.
On the topic of USC, they have Stanford next week, a bye, and then Arizona State, and then Colorado.
Yep.
So they and then Arizona. So they don't have that tough of a schedule starting out, but then they go Notre Dame, Utah, Cal, Washington, Oregon, UCLA. So that backstretch for them in the Pac-12 is going to be tough. It's going to be tough for all Pac-12 teams because they're all going to run into each other at one point or another. But yeah, let's get out of the Pac-12. I know Pac-12 is kind of the conference we like to talk about most on this podcast, but let's go to the Big Ten, right? Pac-12 schools are moving to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. That's going to be a great conference.
Let's talk about the top dogs in the Big Ten. First, I want to talk about Michigan real quick, just to get out of the way. That's my team. Without Harbaugh, I think without their OC calling plays, dominant. I mean, they're not flashy whatsoever.
They didn't cover the spread, but I'm happy.
O-line, defense, running game.
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan is dominant. Yeah. They're not flashy, but goddamn, they are good. And I think
they're solid, bro.
I think they're the best team in the country.
Who's your guys' quarterback?
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah,
I have
I like
like
Roman
almost
Wilson,
Roman Wilson. So I got a
three
tangent
touchdowns.
question.
Three.
I got a tangent question for you guys. Who do you think is the best player in that conference?
Blake Corum.
Blake Corn.
Blake
Yeah,
Corum. Okay,
yeah.
why though? Why we kind of
I
pick
don't
him
know, bro.
over
I
the
think.
Ohio State wide
Oh
receiver,
shit, Marvin Harrison.
Harrison
Marvin Harrison's the
Jr.,
best.
who's like a dog? Yeah,
I don't know, bro. I'm saying like best player right now. I mean, obviously, like draft wise, it might be Marvin Harrison, but
But
like
in
player,
college
bro.
football,
You saw Ohio State quarterback Marvin Harrison can be as good as he wants to be. Their quarterbacks cannot get him the ball. They suck. At the end of the day, they
yeah.
suck. So it doesn't matter how good you are. If like at least Blake Corum, if the quarterback sucked, he's gonna get the ball in his hands and he's gonna be able to do something with it. Marvin Harrison can't even get the ball in his hands.
yeah.
So I think Blake Corum's the best player in that conference.
Let's talk about Ohio State. 23-3 victory over Indiana. Quarterback has always been great at Ohio State.
Great.
No matter how they pan out in the NFL. In college, under Urban Meyer and who's the coach now?
Ryan Day. Ryan
yes.
Day.
They are a QB factory. They're a wide receiver factory. They've always been good in the passing game. Not in their season opener this past Saturday.
Against Indiana, yeah.
They
I didn't even watch the game. I didn't watch the game, but I saw the score and I was keeping up with the score. So did the starting quarterback get hurt, or did they just put in the other guy?
So for one drive, I believe they put in the second string quarterback number 33.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's ugly.
That tells you a lot about a team, right?
Yeah.
When you're playing a quarterback whose number is 33, that tells you a lot about a team. Ohio State's defense was dominant, but it's Indiana. Indiana has been
it should have been a 40-piece
below average team in the Big Ten for quite some time.
Yeah, they've been irrelevant for the past what?
They had Penix, right? Penix transferred.
Yeah.
So Ohio State I'm concerned about them. We'll see how they develop throughout the year as they play tougher and tougher opponents. Anything else to say about the Big Ten?
I think the team, I know we said Ohio State and Michigan in the Big Ten championship. I think a team to watch out for, and I think they're a college football playoff team.
Penn State.
I talked a lot about it with my dad. I think Penn State's roster is loaded this year.
Yep. No, I watched a little bit of that Penn State
I think
game.
if there's going to be two teams from the Big Ten, it's going to be Michigan and Penn State. I really do.
I think 100%. Penn State looks way better.
I don't know if they can face each other
because they're same side, right?
Or does that matter anymore? I'm not sure. Because I know the reason why Wisconsin and Iowa are always in the Big Ten championship against either Michigan or Ohio State is because they're on the east and west side. But I don't know if that's still a thing. I hope it's not, because no one wants to see Wisconsin or Iowa again in the or Purdue in the Big Ten championship. Like, no one wants to see it.
So Purdue,
they played West Virginia. Allen was a quarterback.
Though,
he is like a highly touted quarterback. I believe he was 2022 recruit, 21 for 29, 325, and 3 touchdowns. Their running back, Singleton, I think it's Nick Singleton.
Nice.
He's one of the best. Katron Allen, a great running back. I think they have one of the best duels in all of college football. Penn State, like Cole alluded to, is a team to watch for, and a team that can very well come out of the Big Ten and make the college football playoffs.
And all of their starters are returning from last year too, so they will be hungry, dude.
I do have one question though about going back to Pac-12 real quick, just to see what your guys' opinion on. Where do you guys think Colorado's ranked in this next AP Top 25?
Between 18 and 25.
They have to be ranked, don't you think?
I think they're like
100%.
23 because TCU's out. So I mean, Colorado has to be in.
Okay.
That's how you do. I think that's how you do.
Okay. Yeah, 100%.
By the way, everyone's making it out like TCU's a 17th ranked team in the country. I don't buy it. The team is not the same from last year. They're losing one of the best offensive coordinators in all of college football. And
They
Garrett,
don't
Martin,
have their
told you right now for Clemson.
QB.
They have 3 returning starters. I
Yeah.
think it's not the same TCU team
No.
that lost in the championship game. I know it's a great
No.
storyline, but it's not the same TCU team. I just want to say that. Still yet, Colorado impressed, but let's just get that out the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spence, Cole, let's get into the SEC. I want to talk to, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of SEC football, LSU,
I didn't.
Florida State, Bama. What do you guys want to touch on the SEC before we move on to the home team, Hawaii?
SEC, I think you got what I think you got. I think coming into the season, you had the most overhyped team in college football, and it got proven this week. I think LSU was probably one of the most overhyped football teams coming into the 2023 season, and they got beat up pretty good by a great Florida State team. Don't get me wrong, great Florida State team. But I think them being that hyped, I expected maybe a 1 touchdown game, not a 3 touchdown game. You know, I think both quarterbacks for the 2 most questionable quarterbacks in that league, with Joe Milton and then Milroe from Bama, I think they both went out there and did their thing. I mean, they played lower opponents. You're going to see really, what's his name, Milroe. You're going to see him this weekend against Texas, and that'll be his first big test. And then you can kind of judge it.
Baby.
Tennessee, I think, is going to be a problem. I think Milton's actually a decent quarterback. And then obviously I thought Florida was going to be a little bit better. Just the performance that they put on against Utah, I don't think they're going to be able to survive the SEC. And then I think your sleeper teams in the SEC from watching this weekend could be a Kentucky. I think Kentucky is not bad. And then I think Arkansas doesn't get enough recognition. I mean, they have a quarterback. They have a quarterback that was one of the best quarterbacks in the country last year. And he returns, and I think he'll be all right.
I think for me, it plays a lot out like it did last year. Georgia, to me, is probably the clear-cut team. I do think Alabama has a chance to lose now. I know they're playing Texas at home, but I think Texas can be a threat to them. And I think if they do lose, I mean, they would still be in contention, but it would be tough. It would be tough, but I do think it looks a lot like it does last year with your top like 3 or 4 teams.
Right. I think Bama looked dominant. They played Middle Tennessee State, which is an inferior opponent, but
whatever.
Just having that first game, the quarterback Milroe, right? Milroe?
I think his name is Milroe.
Yeah. Milroe. I think
it is Joe.
I think Joe. Yeah, getting that confidence. It doesn't matter what opponent it is. Getting that confidence, 3 touchdowns, 2 running touchdowns, is huge ahead of a big test against Texas.
Jalen.
Bama looked dominant as they always do. I'm gonna take Bama over Texas. Georgia looked a little bit iffy, but I don't think that's a problem. Georgia's number 1 team.
They also played an inferior opponent.
Anyway, any other haters from college football before we get to the NFL? Hawaii, Oklahoma.
I think
any other
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I will say.
Oh, one more team. No, before we talk about the hometown teams, those are Oklahoma and Hawaii. I think the team that is not going to get a lot of recognition, but I watched their game because they were a 6-point favorite, and they ended up blowing out a good South Alabama team. I think Tulane is going to be your group of 5 team that's really good again this year. They looked really good in their opener. I mean, South Alabama was a good team. And then I think 2 other takeaways from this weekend is Baylor getting beat by Texas State, and then Texas Tech getting beat by Wyoming, because Texas Tech was your 26th ranked team. So they were right to crack the AP 25. They were the next team in. So I think those were your 2 biggest upsets from this weekend.
Yep.
That's Oklahoma did surprise me. I didn't expect them to go out there and like dominate, but what they dropped like 70 points.
Hey, they did what they needed to do.
They scored on 10 of their 11 drives, and they look, I think obviously they started out hot last year too. And they kind of, went like, I think they lost 4 games or 5 games, but I think they'll still be a threat in a really tough conference. Them in Texas, there's a couple other teams in there, but yeah,
Yeah, Oklahoma definitely has
I'm
a chance.
impressed.
The conference is really mid this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a team stands out. I think Oklahoma has a chance. I love Dylan Gabriel. I know there's talk of this
So
quarterback,
I
this
kind of have,
five-star who's coming.
Yeah.
No, Dylan Gabriel's team this year. Duke can wait till next year.
I kind of have a question to tangent off for you all. Do you think he's an NFL starting quarterback?
I'm gonna leave that to you.
Gabriel, do you think he's an NFL starting
I'll let you
QB?
answer that.
Yeah, I'll let you answer that too.
I'll defer to you because you're kind of the draft guy. So
I'm
defer
the
to you.
draft guy.
I'll
Me,
defer.
Cole ours is a QB whisperer. Come on.
I'll defer to you.
Spence, what do you think?
I want to say
That silence
he's a
was loud, bro.
hometown guy.
The silence was loud.
Yeah, he's a hometown guy. I mean, he's a good dude. Obviously I played with him in intermediate, and I think we could have, well, let's not talk about that. But we could have definitely used him. But I'm not gonna be the first to
Okay, I'm just
say
gonna put it
that.
this way. I love the kid. I love Dylan. I grew up with him. My dad and his dad are close, right?
You're gonna say
On draft boards, it says a lot when the Duke quarterback is ranked higher than him.
Duke
On
quarterbacks
draft
are
board.
good. I was
The
watching.
Duke quarterback, the Duke quarterback's real good though. I mean, the Duke quarterback has the same level of hype coming into this season. I was reading he has the same level of hype coming into this season that Daniel Jones had when he was at Duke, when he kind of came out
He
of
can
nowhere.
run, bro.
And he can run, and he's been accurate tonight. I mean, they're beating Clemson right now. So
Yeah.
And look, I know we have a lot to talk about, but just very quickly, like, is there something to be said about Hawaii QBs not quite panning out? Because I think Tua's been the best we've seen, but
I mean, really, Hawaii quarterbacks that really have ever got a shot at the league in the past couple of years have been Tua and Marcus, bro.
That's true.
And
I mean,
my thing is it's hard, and I don't think you can judge Marcus's career on how it went because, bro, I don't care if you're Tom Brady or whoever you are, or Kyle. I mean, it shows with Kyle Murray how he had one good year. When you have 5 different offensive coordinators in your first 5 years, it's hard to be good. You don't get to build a connection. You don't get to know a play. So I think it's hard to see if they pan out because in college, they pan out. In college, a lot of the Hawaii quarterbacks are some of the best in their division, some of the best in their leagues. So I think they pan out. I mean, on the NFL side of it, dude, you got to think only 1% of people that play football get to go there. So I don't think we can judge if it pans out because we only have 2 quarterbacks to look at, really, which is Marcus and Tua.
Yeah. I agree.
Why do you think a lot of them aren't getting drafted or signed?
You look at the
size, right?
You look at Mackenzie Milton. You look at
that's what I was
Gabriel, Talia Tagovailoa, even Tua. They don't have the size.
Yeah.
Like they look at size. It matters. Whatever,
and
you know what I mean?
I mean, the only one that has size, and had the injury tenor
was Marcus.
Marcus was 6'4", or 6'4", 6'3", 6'4".
Right?
That's size. Yeah. And then we don't have guys. Marcus is the only quarterback, probably out of all the quarterbacks from Hawaii, dual threat quarterbacks, to run a legit 4.4 at the combine.
Yeah.
So
nice.
you're not having guys speed and they're not as athletic and stuff like that. Now I will say, it pans out for Hawaii football players that aren't quarterbacks. We have a lot of guys that are D-line.
100%.
So I think at a college level, Hawaii quarterbacks and not even Hawaii, I would say St. Louis probably has one of the best quarterback factories, if not 100%. The best quarterback factory in the nation.
100%. Jaden
100%.
DeLore, Chevin Cordero.
Jaden's so nice.
Come on, man.
I mean, even I would say, going. Cole, I know you want to talk Hawaii football, and I watched a lot. So
let's talk about it because we are on the topic of Hawaii. We don't have to talk about them too much because there's not a lot to talk about other than Hawaii is Hawaii. Like what?
No. I'm not gonna let you say that. I'm not gonna let you say that.
No, bro. They're
Hawaii is gonna be a 6-win team this year. We're going to a bowl game. We're going to a bowl game.
Believe it, man.
Yeah,
I get you don't want to
conference?
believe. I get you don't want to believe it. Okay, the conference is not that good. I don't think Wyoming's good. We can beat Wyoming.
Who's the best team?
Granted, they beat
San
Texas Tech. Granted, they beat Texas Tech, but I think we can beat Wyoming. I know for a damn sure we can beat Nevada.
Okay.
I think we can beat Colorado State.
Okay.
UNLV.
We can beat UNLV.
Okay.
Okay, that's 3 games. We're gonna win against Albany this weekend. That's 4. We're at 4 games. Okay. Then we're gonna beat. Who else is in our conference?
We're not
San
beating
Jose
Boise State.
State's in there.
We're not beating
San
Boise
Diego
State.
State.
We're not beating San Diego State. We're not beating San Jose State.
Oh no, we can beat San Diego State. Don't do that. We can beat
No,
San Diego
we
State.
cannot.
We can. They're just as bad as us, bro. Dude,
No.
I'm saying as much hate as y'all want to play, bro, he's actually been playing good. Braden Shaker
Yes,
has
he
actually
is. Braden Shaker has improved so much, and that.
And dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I'm not
gonna lie. The player that I think we can win, bro, because our defense has been doing a little bit better. I mean, granted, I really thought we were gonna get more blown out by Stanford than we did. I for sure thought we were gonna get murdered by Vandy. We didn't get murdered.
I know.
Okay. So there's just certain things and I think we'll be all right. And then, dude, the thing that I say that I think I didn't know for sure is, dude, our leading receiver is a freshman.
Dude's a beast.
He's a monster.
Let's pause. Let me explain to our viewers what's happening. So we play Albany next weekend. We could win. We play Oregon the following week. That's that's done.
We're getting murdered.
So then we got New Mexico State. Possible.
Oh yeah, we can beat New Mexico State.
UNLV's up on the 30th. San Diego State on the 14th.
We're waxing San Diego State.
After a bye, maybe. So then we get New Mexico.
We're smacking New Mexico.
We get San Jose State. I don't think so, but we get Nevada, Air Force, Wyoming, and we end with Colorado State. Those are all pretty winnable games.
We're going to a bowl game.
I love the optimism, and I really want to be there with you guys. I think it's just me. I know we played 2 pretty good opponents that are better than us, but it's just losing it over and over. It just drains you. It doesn't give you hope. But this conference sucks. So I get it.
It's bad. It's really bad.
We can go to a bowl game. It's gonna be tough. We are much improved from last year, but I just need to win. Just get Albany, please. Can we win one Albany, please?
I think we can.
New York. Where is Albany?
I think we can. Yeah, they're in New York. But I think I like our chances coming off a bye against San Diego State too. Obviously, we have a for sure loss, and that's against Oregon. But it is, it is what it is.
Let's. This is. I think this is what this podcast is going 45. We got a few minutes, maybe a few more to talk about NFL. Real quick.
Can we steal this for like very quickly? UFC fights on Saturday. We got some big main events. We have Tai Tuivasa fighting, Poly Blood, baby. We have to get it in there, and we have Israel Adesanya fighting in a title fight. Who do you guys like? Who do you guys like in those fights? Cole,
Are you talking about UFC?
Ars, I know you bet on this. Who do you like?
I don't bet on the UFC. I hardly ever watch it, but I watch it sometimes. I mean, I watch it I watch it most of the time.
You watch it. Come on.
But I don't bet. I don't like to bet on UFC because you get hit with one punch, you're knocked out. It's like unpredictable.
Okay,
but
fair.
I like Izzy to defend his title. I do. I don't know who Ty's fighting. I don't know who Ty's fighting. So I can't.
Who Ty's fighting.
So I don't know. I want him to win, but I think Izzy defends his title, and that's all I have to say. Let's talk about NFL.
All right.
I like Izzy too, Spence. I don't know who's fighting who.
Ty fights Alexander Volkov. He's a co-main.
He used to be like a champion. He used to be a champion.
Yeah, Ty might lose that. I like
Izzy
Ty,
fights,
but he's not.
Sean Strickland. I think it's a title fight.
Oh my God, Izzy's gonna kill Sean Strickland.
So we got two solid fights actually. Yeah.
Okay, Saturdays for football. Anyway, NFL Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Thursday coming up. The best quarterback in all the land.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Detroit. Boys.
Almond Raw, baby.
How do we feel about this year's NFL season coming up? You know what? Let's just jump out the gate. I don't want to talk too much. Let's just give predictions for this because I don't want this to go too long.
Very quickly, yeah.
Right now, we're going to jump out the gate. We're doing Super Bowl predictions. Who do we got? Spence, I'll start with you. And don't give me no Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, I'm going to go into my conference very quick and then I'll come out.
Okay.
So I'm going to start because we're Steeler-centric in my head because I'm a Steelers fan, in case anybody didn't know. So I actually have the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs. I think the Bengals win and the Steelers are the 2 seed. So you got Ravens, then the Cleveland Browns, but they're just so everyone knows. But I got the Bills and the Finns coming out playoff wise. I like. Oh, the AFC is so nice this year, dude.
So
and
tough.
like
The
Chiefs,
AFC is so tough.
I mean, the AFC is so nice. I'm gonna go Chiefs Chargers again. You know, I'm not into the Jets hype. And then we have the South is gonna be absolute dog water, and the Jaguars got them. So I think the division around, you're probably gonna go. I think we'll just skip past it. I think we'll see a Chiefs Bengals AFC champ game.
Again, repeat, okay.
I would love to say the Steelers. I don't think Kenny Pickett's the answer, just so everyone knows. I think we need a better quarterback because the AFC's got QB heavy. Like you need a QB.
The conferences are so lopsided, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. But I like the Chiefs again, I know, but look, Pat's that guy right now. Pat's as dominant. Pat reminds me of LeBron James, like when he was in his prime, and you knew he was going to the finals. Wait, I can compare Pat to LeBron. Pat's on that level. Pat's on that. Pat is
okay.
On
who do you want for your Super Bowl?
Yeah,
So I got
coming out of the NFC.
It's gonna be Cowboys and Eagles in the NFC Championship game. I think the boys with Niners.
Just say who's making the Super Bowl.
Chiefs, Cowboys. I'm on the record. Chiefs, Cowboys this year.
I like it. Cole, who do you got?
I got Eagles. I got Eagles versus the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
I got Eagles. I have a hot take, and I'm following a bandwagon. I think the Chiefs struggle this year. I do. Even though they have Pat Mahomes, I think the Chiefs struggle. I think a lot of it looks like when Tom Brady and Gronk. I think a lot of it looks like when Tom Brady struggled one year when Gronk started to decline. I think Kelsey declines this year too, and I think the Chiefs struggle this year.
That's a piss poor take. Oh, I hate that
they struggle
so much.
I think the only
I think they're still a playoff team, but I don't think they're as dominant as they were.
I think the only thing concerning with the Chiefs is Chris Jones will be out for the next few weeks.
What's the struggle to you? I'm not saying they're not gonna make playoffs.
It's the Arrowhead Invitational.
I didn't like this point. I don't like the Travis Kelce decline. I don't like it right now.
I think he does. I think he declined. I don't think he has as big of a year.
What is a decline?
I think he just doesn't have as big as a year. I think it's like the year where Tom Brady them still made the playoffs, but their record. They were a wild card team. And then Gronk had kind of a bad year, and then he started playing good again. I think they're due for a bad year.
I'm glad you said this because this is the clip that's going on Instagram. We needed something outlandish like this. I thought it was going to come from Spence. This year, I guess it's coming from Cole.
I have another hot take.
We'll see. But this is the clip going to be on Instagram just for the YouTube watchers right now. Spence, go ahead.
The Vikings win the NFC North. I don't know if that's hot.
That's not hot.
And Detroit is in the playoffs and the Packers miss it.
That's not
also hot. The Falcons in the South, but
Okay.
It is what it is.
Super Bowl predictions. Me. Since Cole wants to say some outlandish shit, and since I don't want to be boring with the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Bills, the same shit over and over, I'm going Dolphins
Oh,
versus
okay.
the
Nice.
boys.
And the
Dolphins versus
Cowboys?
the boys.
Why are you
Dolphins,
on the Cowboys train? You can't. You're on
I'm
the
on the
trade.
Dolphins.
Dude, the Cowboys
You're
are
on the
not going to
trade
win. The Cowboys are not getting to a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott as their
This
quarterback.
is
I'm
their
sorry.
year. Dak Prescott can be a Jared Goff.
Yes.
He can be a Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep.
He
No,
can
he can't.
be who else are we thinking
you know why?
about?
You know why
He
he
can
can't
be
be?
that.
You know why he can't be one of those guys? Because
Why?
he throws too many picks.
They just need to dumb down the offense. They have good pieces
They
around him.
can't. They
Wide
can't dumb it down.
receivers,
They
Tony
already dumbed it
Pollard.
down. They got rid of
Defensively,
Kellen Moore. Mike McCarthy is a dummy.
they have the defensive player of the year on their team. Parsons is him. I like them in a very, very, very weak NFC where it's just going to be the Eagles, Cowboys, and the 49ers. No one else
I'm
is.
not gonna lie. Y'all are
it.
disrespecting the team right now too, in the NFC.
Who?
Y'all are just
Who?
disrespecting. Y'all are disrespecting the
Don't
team.
say the Bucks. Don't say it. Don't
Who's
say
it?
the Bucks.
No, the Bucks are gonna suck this year. We suck. Okay, we have to. If my faith is in Baker Mayfield, there's something wrong. Okay, there's trouble.
Wait,
Okay?
who are we
But
missing?
I'm saying
Don't.
y'all are forgetting a loaded Detroit Lions roster.
No, but they're not good. They're not in the. They're still
a
not in that
9-win team this
tier.
year. They're a 9-win team this year.
They're not a Super
But they're
Bowl
not a
tier,
Super Bowl
bro.
team. They're not a Super Bowl team, Cole.
They're
So
not an
the
NFC
Cowboys
conference
aren't even a
tier.
Super Bowl team.
Yes.
We will see.
This
Hey,
year.
I'm riding with the boys, Spence. Riding
And
with
I'll
the
tell you,
boys.
The boys have a nice schedule. Look,
and I tell you, whatchamacallit isn't even my freaking whatchamacallit.
How many miles do you have? How many teams do you have?
No, the Chiefs. I'm saying the Chiefs being bad this year is worse than saying the Detroit Lions are going to be good, like decent.
No, that was
I do have to say that the Steelers will be a second round exit.
No,
this
they're
year.
not. They're not even going to make the fucking playoffs.
Second
They're not
round
going to make the
exit this
playoffs.
year.
Baltimore is going to make the playoffs. Baltimore and
I don't
Bengals
know.
out of the AFC North.
I'm
No
not
question.
in the biggest trust of the way things are happening out in Baltimore. So we'll see. It is a tough AFC North. We have TJ Watt back healthy. We have the best head coach in that division. I like us. I do.
Okay. I think we already answered this, but on my notes, I put overrated and underrated team. So for Cole, I'm going to say Chiefs are overrated. Underrated, Lions?
Lions.
Yeah.
Okay, Spence, overrated, underrated.
Overrated, Ravens.
Okay.
Underrated, Cowboys. Would that be underrated or are they like
I mean,
too high?
since you have them going that far, yeah. Okay. Overrated, like Spence alluded to, the Jets. They're just way too overrated.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the Aaron
Wait,
Rodgers.
aren't the Jets your team? Pause.
No,
Are
I
the
had him
Jets
with
not your team?
Well, Tua's a Dolphin, and they're in the same conference, so I can't. But they're Hard Knocks, Aaron Rodgers, they're just overrated. I don't like them to make the playoffs. Jets are overrated. Underrated for me.
Don't say the Cowboys.
You know who I want to see?
The Seahawks.
That boy number 4. That boy. I like the little massage right now. That boy number 4. I'm not talking about the Cowboys.
The Browns.
You talking about?
I'm talking about
they're gonna finish
Deshaun Watson.
I'm talking about Deshaun. I'm talking about Deshaun Happy Ending Watson. That's
stop.
Hey, I ride with him. Deshaun Watson,
Stop.
get it.
Oh,
We haven't seen him play in like 3 years, bro.
I know. I
Let's
just
be
wanted
for real.
to add that just because I love.
I like it. I think they're gonna do a lot better than people think.
Dude,
So
people
we
forget-
have our picks locked in.
People forget Deshaun Watson was a top 5 quarterback a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and
Like
now he has
3 years
he has
ago,
a full off season with his team. Watch out. That's a good AFC North.
He's nice.
He won't be sore. I will tell you that. He'll be nice and
Yeah,
fresh.
he'll be nice and all his knots will be out. Anyway, NFL. This is our last topic before we can do a tier talk. Boys, think of a tier talk real quick while I
Okay.
get this ready. NFL MVP. While you think of a tier talk, I'll give my MVP predictions. I don't want to be boring. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, all that shit. MVP this year. Let's not make it a quarterback award, right, Cole? I think you're gonna like this one. Let's make it a Jettas award. Justin Jefferson, MVP this year of the National Football League. That is my outlandish take for MVP. And
Justin
DPOY,
Jetta.
I don't want to go quarterback.
Okay.
It's too boring. DPOY, I will go with Micah Parsons.
Okay.
Obviously.
Taking my Cowboys. Yep. My Cowboys.
So
from mine, I'm gonna give 2 for the MVP because it is a quarterback award. I'm gonna give a quarterback. I think he deserved it last year. I think he was the most valuable player to his team. Granted, they gave it to Mahomes. Jalen Hurts was the most valuable player to his team.
okay,
I
not a bad
I
pick.
think without Jalen Hurts,
give me one that's not.
No, I'm gonna give you one that I think that could do it, and I'd like to see I think if he has a huge year, I think I'd like to see Tyreek Hill get one, or like a Tyreek Hill. I would say that, or to see if he has the same where they use him as a receiver and running back. I'd like to see I'd like to see Deebo Samuel get one, and that'd be pretty. It's outlandish, but I think it'd be, kind of nuts. And then for defense, you get Michael Parsons. I'm gonna go with my pick as the number 1 corner in the league. I'm gonna go Sauce Gardner.
I like it.
Sauce Gardner. So I got Parsons. I'll give an obvious pick for MVP and a more like sleeper.
Spence,
my
part of your head is
obvious pick.
now.
Am I in here?
Oh, you're good. Yeah, right
Am I
there.
in it? So my obvious pick is a Pat, because I think Pat will go back to back to back because he's like that. I think sleeper pick. Honestly, there's a lot of guys to sift through, but I'm gonna go Deebo Samuel. Sleeper pick.
Oh, you guys like Deebo, huh?
I just think. Well, I said it because, he's the only one in the league that kind of does what. Because obviously you can't play both ways in the league. It's just kind of hard at that level. But I was saying they use him. He runs the ball. He'll have like 15 rushing attempts, and then he'll have like 7 catches out in the slot. So I think it'd be. That's why I said I think it'd be cool because I think he's so valuable to that team's offense. But now it's hard to say that because now they have basically a duplicate where now Deebo can go play more receiver and they can put a lot of the carries on Christian McCaffrey. So it's hard,
But RBs also are kind of dead now. I mean, they had a lot of holdouts and it's just not the same.
They're not dead. I mean, you still have great running backs.
But I don't see a running back going for MVP like we saw AP do back in 2012 or in the
there's
old
never
days.
been a running back
don't
that
see
that kind of season, bro.
I mean, we've had pretty high. I think Henry could have won it a couple years back. Like we've had some guys, but now I just don't see an obvious like running back led team that can run deep. I think the closest thing I can think about is the Giants now, but they're not gonna make a deep run, and so I just don't see it. That's why I said Samuel. Plus, I don't see any other QB really outdoing Mahomes. To be honest, I just maybe Hurts, but Allen and Joe and even Herbs, it's like they're not gonna. Nah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that concludes the sports part of the podcast. And now we're going to get into tier talk. Spencer hit the chat with Punahou School lunches or ranking the chat by who has the most game with the ladies.
Nice.
I don't think we do the last one.
Yeah.
I feel like we did that already.
Yeah.
We did it with athlete tiers.
No, I think we did the ladies one too.
I think we did the ladies
Did
one.
we?
Yeah.
I just don't think we put it on YouTube. Maybe we did. I like the food. I always like the food tier talks.
I do like the food.
Or we could do music. But
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't really remember. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really remember Punahou School lunches, to be honest.
Me too. How about we do what's a food one that would be good?
Top food one. Ooh.
I think a good one would be, but y'all don't. Yeah, I think a good one we could use later on would be like your top 3 drinks, like go-to drinks, like alcoholic beverages.
Let's do
Starbucks drinks. Alcoholic drinks. Okay. Alcoholic drinks. It is.
Okay, so on a night
out,
we
could do beers.
What do you want to drink?
Yeah, like on a night out. Okay. Like if we were all home and we like when we go Moani's or something. Like,
is it like beers, mixed drinks, like anything?
I think it'd be anything. Kind of any
alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
And it's for a night out with the boys. That's like
Yeah,
that's
You're
the
not with
vibe.
your girlfriend. You're with the
You
boys.
just want to have a good time. You just want to have a good time.
All right.
Leaving the lady at home, Spence.
All right.
And you know how we do it? We start with tier 3 and then we go all the way down to tier 1.
So why don't we let the host start? Tier 3, I like a good whiskey sour. I think that's a nice
You know what's
start
crazy?
to a
I've
night
never
out.
seen you order a whiskey
No, I
sour
had
with the
whiskey
boys.
sour with y'all.
He just
We're
wanted
gonna
to
go
be, he just
whiskey
wanted to be
sour.
sophisticated. What is that?
It's like whiskey, and I don't know what else they put in it. I should know. I'm not a
How are you gonna say
bartender,
that's your
but they make it
drink?
sour.
How are you gonna say that's your
Whiskey
drink? You
sour,
don't even
because
know what's in it.
Crown is.
Hey, bro.
You know what
let
I'm
him
saying?
be. Let him be.
Let me be with my whiskey sour, okay?
That's a little whiskey sour.
I'm pretty sure they put lemon juice. Some of them put like egg white in it. You know.
Always trying to get your protein in there, huh, buddy?
You know, I'll check the protein. You feel me?
All right.
All right, cool.
No, Cole, because you the alcoholic one in the friend group.
No, I'm not, bro. Stop it, bro. I'm really not. Okay.
Out of us three.
I would say the third. No, you're just as bad as me when you go out at home.
But when I do, but you do it more frequent.
I don't go out when I'm here. I don't go out by myself.
Go ahead. We're speaking.
Okay, go.
Number 3, I'll say.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll say I gotta go with the go-to is what I've been drinking. I love the Jameson and ginger ale. Love Jameson. Love a Jameson and ginger ale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, I'm going basic, man. I don't get a lot of fancy drinks. I'm going rum and Coke, tier 3.
Yeah. Fact, I hear you. That's basically what Jameson ginger ale is. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that shit. It just fits. Anyway, I think we do it like a snake, so I'll go tier 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Spence, you want to go tier 2? I never thought about it yet. Go. Actually, Spence, go.
I'm gonna go straight up to tequila shots.
Whoa.
Tequila shots.
I've never seen you order a tequila shot either.
Oh, you don't know me like that.
Oh, actually, I take that back. Actually, I take that back because I did buy. Actually, I take that back because I did buy you a tequila shot while we were just home. I did, yeah. You said you wanted a tequila shot.
Well, I can't do tequila
shots.
man. That's a hangover for me.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Tequila for Spence. Spence gonna get wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Next time you home, tequila.
Next time you better chill out with all that though. I'm cool and calm now. Okay, go.
Is the lady coming home when you come home?
No.
Oh, you're going out. You're for sure going out.
We're going out.
I'm cool and calm.
Not saying that if she did come that we wouldn't, but okay. Cole, go ahead.
Okay. Spill, go.
Number 2 for me. Yeah. Number 2 for me is like, because one more hard alcohol, I'm finna just do. It's a girl drink. I guess it's kind of girly. I don't know. I'm gonna say vodka Red Bull.
Vodka Red Bull.
Vodka
I like a vodka Red Bull.
Vodka Red Bull is not number 2.
I like a vodka Red Bull. My number 2, and this is maybe not a good drink, like it's not tasty, but I never had a bad time off it. I've only had the best time drinking.
I know it is.
Straight hand dog. Straight hand dog. It's
hand dog.
I love
hand
it.
Dog is go to dog.
Never let me down ever. It usually comes out at Spencer's birthday.
Oh my God, Cole,
never had a bad time.
We're gonna have to do it.
Tier 2 will be a hand dog. All right, let's wrap this up. Go ahead.
Tier 1, I'm a classic truck football guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a beer man, and not just any beer. Stella Artois. I'm a Stella guy. It is what it is. When I'm out with the boys, it's beer. It is what it is. I'm a Stella guy. You can't go wrong with it.
I don't know if I've ever seen you drink a Stella.
I'm a Stella guy. We drink Stella.
Never.
We do. Yeah, we do.
I don't know what you do. Drink Stella. I don't know what you do. You're a different man in California.
Oh my God. We gonna drink Stella.
My number 2. I have 2 number 2. Sorry, I mean 2 number 1s because it just depends which one I buy. And Cole knows it. Cole knows it. I showed up to every time we drank somewhere while I was home in Hawaii. I had it. It's either a case of Heineken or Michelob Ultra.
The
I don't
Heineken.
like the
I know
ultras
the
as much.
Heineken. The,
But the
Heineken's better,
but
yeah.
the Heineken's the go-to because when we're out and I'm already, feel me, good, vibing, I can just go get a Heineken. The music will be playing. I can start skanking on my brother Cole because he'll be all gone already. Katsu.
gonna be all ripped. You know that.
We all rip already. Yes, but yeah, Heineken would be number one probably.
So you guys
Alright,
got
cool.
beer. You guys got beers as number one. I can't go. I'm going straight
I think
hard liquor
Oh
again.
my.
I know what you're
Here we
saying too.
go.
This
I know
Here we
Christmas,
go.
this Christmas break, what I did was go to the gas station and get a shooter of this before I went out.
Oh.
It's a little
It's not.
spicy.
I know what it is too.
Nah,
I
it's
know
not.
exactly what it is.
I'm doing Fireball. Fireball's my
Oh
jam.
my, I'm out.
Hey,
I'm
you
out
know
with
why
that.
you know why I
ain't
knew
touching no fireball.
you
I'm
know
tell
what's
you that.
crazy? Why you said that, bro? Why I knew you were gonna say that?
Why?
Because that's the first drink we drank when we started
Yep.
drinking.
The first drink I ever had.
That's the first alcohol beverage me and Cole have ever had.
Kanai Akana Junior Function. Thank you, Kanai, for turning me
Bro,
into
Fireball.
drinker.
I'm
It was
out.
Fireball.
I'm not doing
Junior
it. No.
function is at the hotel. It was Fireball and it was straight and it was going down smooth, cuz.
And it was a great
I'm
night
out.
after that.
It was a great night the whole night, bro. Shout out Junior Function.
Shout out that. Honestly, didn't even have a date to Junior Function. Went dolo.
I don't think
I
I had
wonder
a
why.
date. I don't think I had a
I
date.
wonder why, Cole.
Broke up with the missus. What did no?
Did
You
I?
did. You didn't you go with Lauren or no?
Oh, I did go with Lauren. Who was your date supposed to be?
You know who
The
your
chick
date
I
was
had
supposed
at
to
the
be,
time.
Cole. You know who
you
your date was
broke up-
supposed to be.
You broke up junior year?
No, but you know why.
You were there when I did.
You know why. You know why. Okay.
Don't ever
Honestly,
blame me.
Why.
Honestly, going dolo is pretty fun, bro.
Right, you know what would have been? I'm not gonna lie. As much I was in a relationship at the time, senior year, but I think if I could go back, going dolo to prom would have been pretty nuts, bro.
Because
Nice.
you like most of the girls and guys don't even like dance together. You just kind of go like you separate ways.
Yeah,
and
you just
find
cruising.
them
And
in
then
the
like
dance
I mean,
floor.
going dolo, like if I could go back, I would like okay, she goes with her friends, I go with my friends. We just do our thing at the prom, take pictures together, take pictures together at the prom. Then after, oh, we're gonna get the hotel rooms. Then we see everybody. Then that's kind of when
that's what's fun. Like my senior year, I went with Paige, and that was the best because at the time we were just friends and we were just fucking.
It was the best.
You were just fucking. You just stopped saying it right there. All right, boys. I am out.
Wait, who'd you go with
out.
senior?
I have to
Who'd
go
you
eat.
go with
Hey,
senior?
who'd you go with senior year?
I went with Kiva.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Behind the banyan tree, or what is it? The banyan tree.
What your girl sitting next to us, Spence?
No, my girl knows if she was there, I would have taken her.
Time to go already.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat Chinese food right now.
Yes. Hey, close it out, Spence.
You know the vibes. All right.
Close it out. All right, boys. Love you guys.
2, episode 1 down. We'll see you guys back next week in person because me and Cole will be in person. So Arch, you have to hop on. Join us.
Where are you guys going?
I'm going back home.
Come home
this
next
weekend. So
Arch.
me and Mouse are gonna be in
I wish
person.
I could go home next weekend.
You fucker, come home, dog.
All right, boys.
Okay,
we
boys.
have
Love
to
you
hop
guys.
on it again.
See you next week.
Love you guys.
See you next week.
Love you guys. Shoots,
boys.
dogs. I'm out.